everyone, this is another episode of Faceoff. I'm Puri and this is Purology. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm really glad you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Today I'm going to be comparing the 7950X and the 5800X 3D. This is the Ryzen 9 7950X. Obviously this is just the box for it, but I've already got it in my rig and have done some testing on it, as you'll see. This is the first Zen 4 series chip from AMD. The 7950X has 16 cores and 32 threads. The base clock is 4.5 gigahertz and the max boost frequency is 5.7 gigahertz. The 7000 series chips come with integrated graphics, and I have not tested those yet, but I'm interested to see how they do. The 7950X is on a completely new platform, AM5. It is now a land grid array type processor instead of a pin grid array, and it looks really cool now. Right now only X670 motherboards are available, but there will be B650s available pretty soon. AM5 only runs on DDR5, so it is considered a premium platform. For most gamers, I would not recommend upgrading to this generation and just waiting for the 7000X 3D series. My own prediction is there's going to be about a 30 to 40% gaming performance increase. So we'll see how close I am on that prediction when the time comes. So with this series of chips, AMD did not add the X3D technology. I think this was by design because it's so far ahead of the existing competition's top performing models. So this is just my own opinion, so take it with a grain of salt, but I think they tempered the performance on these chips to be very close to the 5800X 3D in terms of gaming performance, so that it would be able to slightly outperform the X3D in gaming, but not really make the X3D obsolete. So about 1 to 2 months ago, how much of a performance gain we could expect to see from the initial 7000 series, I predicted about a 10 to 15% increase in performance in games like EFT or CPU heavy games. And in the initial tests, here is what I'm seeing. So going along with this train of thought, my own prediction is that AMD is hiding a little performance with these chips, and there may be a driver update or something along those lines that uplifts it a little bit before the X3Ds come out. But I think that might happen after Raptor Lake releases. Watch there be like a SAM 2.0 or something like that. These are just my own predictions, and I could be totally off, sharing my own thoughts. Moving on to the 5800X 3D. This chip was released in April of 2022, so it's not even a year old. It is an incredible piece of technology to me. I think they really made a breakthrough with the 3D V cache, and I think they're just waiting to steal the show with the 7000X 3Ds. So the 5800X 3D was the undisputed gaming king until the 7000s were out. It outperformed its previous top competitor, the 12900KS, by a pretty large margin in most modern games, and at worst it equaled performance. It has 8 cores and 16 threads. It has a base clock of 3.4 gigahertz and a max boost frequency of 4.5. So a lot lower clocks, but they're using a different approach by increasing the CPU memory bandwidth on the L3 cache with this chip, and the results are nothing short of amazing, as we've seen. So let's see how they stack up in EFT. I'm going to show some side-by-side footage of the two in action, and at the end I'll do a statistical comparison and give my closing thoughts. So as you can see on customs, the 5800X3D is outperforming the 7950X in terms of FPS average, max. It's running cooler. It runs a lower clock, but it runs lower power and lower voltage on the V-core to achieve all this performance. So all in all, pretty impressive performance from the X3D here. Moving on to Lighthouse, we can see that the 7950X takes the lead here on FPS average and max. Note that on the average, the difference is not that large. Temperatures remained similar, with the X3D staying cooler. Clocks were exactly the same. Is using about 20 watts more on Lighthouse than it was on customs. The 5800X3D actually used a couple watts less on Lighthouse, so that's very interesting to see. V-core was exactly the same as well. So on customs, the X3D wins. On a heavier map like Lighthouse, it looks like the 7950X wins. So it seems like we can see where the performance trade-off is between these two chips. Lighthouse is known as the most resource heavy map, and it looks like the extra cores and clock speed of the 7950X help it there. On a lighter map like customs, it looks like the X3D still has the edge. Now I haven't started to tune the 7950X yet, and I do have even faster RAM on the way, so hopefully the 7950X will have something to say about this in a little bit. So if this was helpful for you, please leave a like and subscribe for more content like this, and have a great day. Thanks.